Every religious orientation, in order to survive, has to pass along its priorities and its imperatives to the next generation. I don't know of any religion, Christian or outside of Christianity, that isn't concerned about its youth. Some have become so worried about what they see as the heretical imperative within the emerging church movement that there are people who are genuinely afraid for their kids, and they don't want them to be infected by these ways of seeing the world. Based on my observations, and I think the things that Gladys and I have written about, the people that are a part of emerging church communities saw this as the last step before leaving religion entirely. These are people who view themselves as having been pushed out of these more upright or legitimate forms of Christian expression. And so many of them see this as a way of preserving a Christianity that they don't want to totally leave. People in the emerging church movement are extremely sensitive to the impurities of the church today. And so rather than attempt to create a semblance that everything's perfect, they are in a place where things are messy, and they allow things to be messy. And so it's hard to know whether the emerging church movement will become widespread. Is it as likely to become as common as as being Baptist? That's really hard to say. But I think that there are people who have found this to be the only place they could exercise a form of spirituality that is the last shred of keeping a connection to the spiritual world. So in that sense, we could see the emerging church movement as doing something that other places have just not been able to do.